Oh boy, free performance increase anyone? Stay tuned. Welcome back to GamerMeld. It looks like AMD isn't done yet with their promise to improve Ryzen's performance in games. This time, it's with one of the problem childs in the earlier benchmarks of Ryzen, Tomb Raider. You can see in Tom's hardware review, Ryzen 7 was at 119 frames per second, with Intel's entire line running a nice 30 frames per second more. Well, in another AMD community update yesterday, things have completely changed. You can see now, at least according to AMD's tests, Ryzen has gotten a very impressive 28% boost at 1080p for both medium and high settings. This is what I was talking about when I said optimization. The developer actually seemed to make the changes on their own, though I'm sure we're at least given a slight nudge by AMD. When asked by AMD what they did, Crystal Dynamics had this to say, and I quote, "Rise of Tomb Raider splits rendering tasks to run on different threads. By tuning the size of those tasks, breaking some up, allowing multi-core CPUs to contribute in more cases, and combining some others to reduce overheads in the scheduler, the game can more efficiently exploit extra threads on the host CPU." That's certainly interesting, and at the very least shows some games can truly get performance boost when optimized properly. At the very least, it appears the games that seem to put Ryzen at a massive disadvantage for no apparent reason are the biggest to benefit from said optimization. What I think is really cool is that it almost appears to put it right on par with Intel, though of course we would have to show both games running with the same GPU and all of that to fully tell. But with AMD's before numbers being so close to within the margin of error with Tom's hardwares, it wouldn't be crazy to assume that both jump in performance and Intel's performance here should be roughly the same as well. With that said, we can't at all make that assertion for sure. And Tom's hardware had it on very high, but it's just the fact that AMD's first numbers are the exact same as what AMD was at on Tom's hardware review. Either way, it absolutely seems they're very close now, which makes it that much harder to recommend Intel over AMD in some cases. The question, I think, is whether games made from the ground up with Ryzen in mind can get enough of a performance with the extra cores to top the 7700K. The absolute only thing that might possibly make me pick Intel over AMD would be whether or not companies are going to be optimizing for Ryzen all that well. I believe that they will. I mean, it definitely seems, these are older games that we're seeing get done. I just hope AMD doesn't stop trying to get companies to really work with it more and more. Because if they do, Ryzen will be even more of an absolutely fantastic price to performance beast. And of course, content creators or professionals should nearly always go for Ryzen over Intel when comparing Ryzen 7 to the 7700K. Speaking of content creators, oh, you thought I was done? No. While this is more of a gaming focused channel, I had to let the content creators in the audience know that in the same update, ZBrush, specifically when placing lights in real time, got a 204,772% increase in performance. Yeah, I did read that right. Pretty insane to say the least, though obviously the use case scenario is really small for this one, as it's something super specific. So what do you think about today's news? Are you ready to see more Ryzen improvement in games, or have you already noticed improvements? Let me know in the comments below. That does it for now. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe by clicking on the round icon in the middle. You can check out the most recent video and suggested video to the left. Thanks so much for coming, and as always, have a great day.